Namaskar! Hi students, how are you today? Are you ready to join my science class? Okay, today we will learning about water. What do you know about water? Maybe the function? Maybe the sources? Well, there's a lot of function of water beside for drinking. Do you know what is that? Yes. Water can be used for washing dishes, washing clothes, cooking, watering plants, and other industrial process. Now, you know that water is important. Why humans need water so much? That's because 70% of human body is water. There's other organism, which is animal, that has more of water percentage in their body. Do you know what animal is that? That is elephant. 80% of elephant bodies are water. Well, now you know that water is so important. So, where do we can get water? Can you tell me some water sources? Water sources divide into general type. The first one is surface water and the second one is groundwater. So there are some water sources that include in surface water, which are rainwater, river, sea, and lake. Well, have you ever go to Beratan Lake? Yeah, that's the example. And have you ever go to the beach? That's the example too. Have you ever go to Tukat Unda? That's also the example of water sources. By the way, do you know about water cycle? Yes? No? Okay, let's take a look at this video.
Let's look at the science of rain and how raindrops form. First, we'll need the sun. When the sun shines on water on the Earth's surface, the heat of the sun warms the water, turning it into an invisible gas called water vapor. This process, the changing of water into a gas, is called evaporation. Because gases are lighter than liquids, water vapor rises up into the sky. And the further you move up and away from the Earth's surface, the colder the temperature gets. So in the sky, the water vapor cools and changes back into tiny water droplets. This change is called condensation and is the opposite of evaporation. Clouds are made up of tiny water droplets, so when condensation occurs in the sky, clouds form and grow. Let's take a closer look. When water droplets bump into one another, they stick together and grow in size. They continue to grow until they are too heavy and fall as rain. They even grow as they bump into one another on their journey from the cloud to the ground. And every single raindrop that reaches the ground is made up of 1 million of the original tiny water droplets. Raindrops fall on the ground surface where the sun can shine on them, and the whole process happens again. This is called the water cycle and keeps water moving from the ground to the sky, providing the water needed for plants, animals, and people to survive. So now you know.
We know that water is one of the renewable energy, but we still need to do conservation for water. Why? Because we need to keep the quality of the water, so it will be not polluted. Next, after the chapter of water, we'll be learning about garbage in and garbage out. Why do we need to learn about garbage? It's because in our daily life and when we doing our activities, we have some waste. Waste is any material that no longer needed or can be used for other things. First of all, we need to learn about the source of waste. Where do the waste came from? Well, the first sources of waste is domestic waste. Domestic waste is kind of waste that came from all domestic activities. Domestic waste include piece of wood, paper, piece of vegetable, plastic, glass, wood, or any other things. So there are 4 types of domestic waste, which are garbage, rubbish, ashes, and sewage. What is the difference of all those types? Garbage is domestic waste which can be composed in days. What about rubbish? Rubbish includes plastic, paper, bag, glass, and other things. What about ashes? Ashes is the solid residue of burned coal or wood. The second sources of waste is community waste. Community waste include waste from school, from hospital, from office, and building materials. The third source of waste is agricultural waste. Agricultural waste can be like fertilizer and pesticide, insecticide, or fungicide. That's kind of waste from agriculture. The fourth source of waste is industrial waste. Industrial waste can be in the form of solid, liquid, and gases. For solid, it can be causing soil pollution. For liquid, it can causing water pollution. And for gases, gas waste, it can cause air pollution. The fifth source of waste is commercial waste. Commercial waste is type of waste that came from shops, market, or stores. The last source of waste is biomedical waste. Okay, in general, there are 2 types of waste. The first one is biodegradable waste, and the second one is non-biodegradable waste. So, biodegradable waste can be decomposed by the microorganisms. And what's the example of biodegradable waste? Well, the example is some organic things or waste, and the majority of biodegradable waste are from plants and animals. The second type of waste is non-biodegradable waste. The non-biodegradable waste cannot be decomposed by microorganisms. So, the example can be like plastic, glass, lead, and iron. And I believe when you write something, you will remember it better. So, I suggest you to write the summary of this chapter on your note. Please pause the video and write it. Well, student, I think that's all my explanation for today. Please don't forget to answer the exercise on this page. Yes, after you answer the exercise, please submit it through the Google form in the link below. Check it in the description. That's all. Thanks for joining my science class today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification so you can get notification when I post a new video. Bye. Namaskar.